This is Roma Reacts, a video series where I react to patron-submitted videos every single week and every single Tuesday. And the first video is sent in by Felicitas Felix, and it is the character teaser Raiden Shogun Nightmare Genshin Impact. So I'm actually kind of pretty excited to kind of check out a character that we've gotten more and more into as the series has gone on. A really interesting character. Let's go. Nothingness. Stillness. Eternity. So the idea of eternity is still like coming up here as well. Man, like, and while everything else fades away, she's still left there, you know? Is this what you would truly want, you know? Beautiful. Oh, the music as well, yeah. It's gorgeous, like even like the way they make the rain look as well, like it's just really, really pretty. Yeah, it's gorgeous. Look at this. Oh my god. Who's she standing in front of? Oh, she's standing on top of the statue. And that was Thomas. And then she's standing isolated again, or sitting down isolated again, I should say. This is really neat. Because again,
Paimon! What is this place?
Oh wait, so this happened before any of this even came out? Like before we even saw any of this stuff? Am I right in saying that this was a thing before like we even got to see this battle? Of course it was, because it's a demo, it's a teaser. So I wonder what you guys were thinking, because for me, from this perspective, it's like, oh, I know this and I know that, that's this and that's that. But from you guys, was it like a thing of like, oh, what? What is that? What is that? What is this place? And that's a really cool line to end on, especially in a trailer as well. Thank you so much for sending in, Felix. The next video is sent in by Yuld, and it is the Genshin Impact, another Raiden Shogun animation, and this is a Dreams and Eternal Reminiscence from the Hoyo Fair collab. So this is one of those things, and we're going to check the description below for anything. So I was invited to recently to participate in this year's Creator Fair. So it is from creators, and was able to collaborate with many talented artists and animators to create this. Very, very cool. So yeah, what happens is that sometimes I don't read the descriptions of videos. That's just because I don't like to be spoiled by stuff, but I think it's something that enough people have said that we might just do that in the future. Let's watch this.
Dreams.
Instantly gorgeous. Look at this art style. It's beautiful.
Fleeting vestiges of tranquility. Futile delusions in the eyes of God's eternal.
It's so pretty, oh my god.
But even archons rest their watchful eyes after centuries without sleep.
Yep.
In these moments of stillness,
I can't get over how pretty this is. Holy hell.
Of sorrow.
Grabbing her hand.
And in these moments of quiet, in the calm of iridescent fields.
So these are her friends?
By the tranquil lull of blissful.
Because what we're getting from the last trailer and this trailer, the company together each other so well.
When the woes.
What I'm seeing is that like these are the people that she used to spend her time with mostly. And I wonder if there's like this thing of like, okay, eternity. I'm trying to keep everything the same because these people left me. I don't want anything to change.
Of the world seem as no more than a passing dream. Beneath the gentle sway.
It's gorgeous.
Sakura blossoms.
Oh, look at that.
In these moments, when
yeah, this is what we saw in the trailer as well.
For centuries past.
The demo, the teaser.
Can barely be heard.
Oh, it's beautiful. Look at the food.
Cheering and laughter. Is it so wrong for a god to dream, to so dearly wish for something so small? To wish this moment would last.
There we go. to wish this moment lasts, but also that concept of like, is it so wrong for Zhongli to want to just live a normal life? Is it so wrong for Venti to just want to like free his friend and then be free from all like the shackles of humanity themselves? Is it wrong for A to like want to just be with her friends? And I think this does like put a lot more context into the concept of like why she's so bad that she wanted eternity.
Just a little longer.
This is beautiful. Very quick change there as well. I can't, yeah, like I would love to like if there was like it would be so cool if there was a story like or about them in the game, like or if there was like a mini mission where you got to talk to them or something, but they don't do flashbacks very often in terms of like actual missions in this game. Yeah, this is, I don't know how many times I could say it's beautiful. It's so gorgeous, like every single frame in this. Oh, look at the way they're doing this. Holy hell. Oh my god. Yeah, this is gorgeous. It's sad. It's so sad though. Like, every single time this is like, even the fireworks, you know, don't have that same effect. All the blood being spilled as well. I wish we got to see all them at this point as well. I wish they'd be like released like a mini DLC or something. Like, I would pay 30 euro for a mission, you know what I mean? Of this kind of caliber. I really would. That was beautiful. And I think, like, what it does is, like, once again, I think some people kind of will confuse it for, like, oh, this is excusing what anyone does. But I think it's so important to add, like, context to, like, certain characters' actions, certain characters', you know, feelings. Even if it's a character that you're not a big fan of. I'm honestly, like, you know, a big fan of, like, most characters in this game. I'm just, like, gobsmacked constantly by how beautiful this game is. But that animation itself was actually gorgeous, and how they depicted the idea of, like, eternity being, like, what she sees as the opposite of, like, loss, when it's not. Like, we've seen, and then she got to see how many people were lost along the way as well. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much for sending in, Yule. That actually is awesome to see. I have a different setup today. So if anything sounds different or is different, that's definitely why it is. I'm trying to always like iron out the kinks of some things, I guess, and I always try to make it more comfortable so we can have like a nice little react show. But the next video is sent in by Leon. And it is the Signora, the Fair Maiden fan made. So Signora is a character who I feel like was probably the main topic of conversation on the channel over the past 2 weeks. And rightly so. She's a big character and it's the first character to pass away in this series. Like, let's just put it, you know, call a spade a spade. She's the first character to like die right in front of us in that way, right? Like, you could say Tepe as well, but I'm talking about, I should be, you know, clear here. I mean, in terms of like characters that have been there since the start, main characters. And now that maybe sounds like I'm insulting Tepe, but like, you know, Tepe's death was still very sad. It was, of course, very sad. Signora's was even more shocking is what I'm trying to say, if that makes sense. It was even more shocking. So let's take a look at this then.
In Old Mondstadt, there was a crimson-clad maiden who'd sing in the
This is actually a really nice art style too.
She was beloved by a knight named Rostam and loved in return. But while she was studying abroad, calamity came upon the land. A venomous dragon and monsters drowned the city in blood. The knight spent of his lifeblood.
Vonia's sword.
She is abroad studying, so she should be well.
Oh, because when she returns, because remember we saw the video with the, when that lovely, I forget the name of the channel, but that there was a lovely girl who was like actually reading out the description of the flame artifacts, and when she returned, she was like, "Holy hell, what has happened?"
I wish to hear her sing again.
Upon the maiden's return, she wept until her voice and her tears had run dry. The girl swore to use her life's flames to cleanse the world's crookedness.
Music here is good too, the choice as well.
Amongst the path of hellfire she lit, a strange man appeared.
Dear me, at this rate you'll burn yourself out, literally. If you two are at odds with the gods, maybe we can strike a deal.
Is that when
The
she
man
became
brought
a
her to a frigid throne, under the cold gaze of its ruler.
Tsaritsa?
Sorry to also have you shoulder the grievances of the world. Since you could endure my bitter cold, you must have the desire to burn. Then, burn away the old world for me.
So the idea of like burning, okay, I didn't even know that was the end. So the idea of like the old world, I'm still, in my opinion, right, and my take from my perspective as someone who's only played up to this point, the old world is definitely like what they want to create something new, and that's what she was saying, like, you know, and you'll be buried with the old world is what they said to her in the trailer in the Winter Night Lazo. So what the other thing we got to hear again from the artifact thing and also from the Lazo trailer, of course, we saw the burial of Signora as well. In the Lazo trailer, the Winter's Night Lazo trailer. Are we getting here that like that's how like are they recruiting some Fatui members on the, well, we know that with Child he was kind of not down on his luck, but he was kind of in a vulnerable state when they did kind of like find him. Rosaline here, who is a lovely lady, was also in a very vulnerable state and in a very upset and angry state too. And I feel like that probably fuels why she was so bitter throughout the entire time we saw her. And it is kind of sad now looking back at her dying, right? Isn't it? Because it's like, really, like, she's a character who, like, we should be able to kind of, like, in some way, not empathize with or sympathize, but we can be like, okay, I understand as well. And I think it is kind of like, I wouldn't do it. I disagree with doing that. How could you do that? But I think it's also, like, this case of, like, don't do that. You know what I mean? Don't do that. But again, that's what she did, and that's what makes her character so interesting to me. Yeah, we learned that she burnt down everything in her path. There was nothing that was like, you know, left from the, and I think we will read over the artifacts again at some point too. It's a really interesting character. Especially like when you add love to the mix. That's me done. Yeah. Thank you so much for sending in. That's also very, very cool. I think some, you know, the thing is like, especially with patrons, they are very good sometimes at just sending in videos because they know that like, okay, Calvin like is interested in this topic at this point. Let's check it out. Let's have him check it out. So in summary of the Signora thing, again, if I am wrong again, and I can be wrong sometimes, please let me know. That was of course her funeral. I knew that when it was happening. She was doing things that the Fatui wouldn't necessarily agree with. She was influencing things in Inazuma that the Fatui wouldn't necessarily agree with. They said her honor was gone. She is a character who was so burnt and in pain from seeing what happened to the person that she loved and the people that she loved, that she then moved to a life of inflicting the same pain that she felt in other people. And that's what I'm getting from that as well. And it makes kind of sense in terms of the story. Yeah, that was beautiful. That was a beautiful thing to see as well. I'm always looking to look into more characters also. Because it's not fun. It's not fun just like taking a bad guy and just being like, they're bad, done, see you later. I like to look into them. A bit as well. The next video is sent in by Trashbin, and it is the Genshin Impact Cyberpunk anime part 2. I actually this is one of the reasons I think I upped my time limit from 10 minutes to 13 in the Roman Reacts, because I wanted to see more of this. Let's check it out.
We need you back.
This was beautiful last time, by the way. This wasn't more than just beautiful. It was like shocking.
Right.
It felt like it was made by a gigantic production team.
Getting myself involved.
I'll protect this organic girl with you.
Glee.
If you agree to join the war again.
And we're just picking up right where we left off.
Is now really the best time for...
Please, miss. You can't let them take Big Brother away. He's not hurting anybody.
Look at I can't get over how good the animation looks. It's so good.
Why is this happening?
Looks like we have no choice.
If you see the thing come up here at any point, like this thing here, I'm pressing this transition button twice just to make sure it did transition to the actual video. I know that's like Calvin, that's like such a behind the scenes things people don't need to know, but just some people don't think I'm going, how long is left? How long is left? You know what I mean? Like, it's literally just me pressing the transition button that brings up the actual time in the video itself. Oh my god, the music as well. The glaive is such a cool weapon for her. What? That was sick. Wait, can we see it? I know I should be like we should watch it all the way through one time, but look at this. I want to catch this. Here, 1 second. Sorry. Where is it? Look at that. The facial expressions. So good. And the animation is just so fluid as well. Like, look at this stuff here. Like, with fight scene. Look at, yeah, get him. Man, I have to imagine that for long-time Genshin fans, this must have blown your mind when you saw it for the first time. Look at Albedo. Oh, the music. Albedo's story quest I actually quite liked. Oh, the sword of the head as well. I think this song's really good. Oh, you leave. Is Klee blowing up stuff? Let Klee blow up stuff. What is happening here? Yeah, Klee with a bob in her hand. Look.
Raiden, what is that?
Is that their version of a rune hunter? That's so sick. It's such a good idea.
Some things Zantacorp should never have unearthed.
Rune hunters are kind of like kind of cyberpunk in a way anyway. Well, steampunk more like, but you know what I mean. Very different. You know, if you said that to a steampunk or a cyberpunk fan, they're gonna be like, go away, please. That's the one weakness. That's not a weakness this time. Klee! The umbrella is so sick as as like a defensive weapon, kind of like a Mob Psycho in a way. I'm sorry, but look at again. The expression's so good in this. Watch. Wait, hold on a second here. I think here it is. Look at that. And then this. It's so good. So good. No way it dropped. No way it did. Why, Klee? Please don't kill Klee in front of me. Do not do that. Do not dare. No, what that? Why would they do that in front of me? Why would you do that? No. Why would they do that to me?
Raiden, Klee's hurt. She needs your help.
She needs help right away. Please.
Understood.
Wait, yeah, I was thinking, yeah, because I was like, wait, from both sides.
Raiden.
So she was so caught up in the battle. How did he got her like that? Well, of course he had to trick her to get her like that. What a kill.
Don't lose it this time.
Is she gone? Oh my god, she's doing the pulling the blade out. Wait a second. That's how they're interpreting in this world the blade in her chest. Like that's a really cool idea, by the way. So showing that someone stabbed it into her like in this way, Albedo stabbing into her. That's really cool. And look at the power of this as well. So Klee's gone. I know the Raiden Shogun's gonna be gone. blood on it as well, her own blood. Oh my god, no way. A clean cut? And the smoke coming off her as well is such a cool touch. Please, everyone be okay. Oh, and the cut down the middle in the middle of her chest too.
Raiden!
No way! Come on! Come on! After all this, just leave them alone, man. This actual great facial expression. Who's this? Who's this? Stop. No, it's Scaramouche. It's a Balladeer. I'm just standing right in front of them as well. No. Bang! That was too cool.
Don't worry. It's her.
Her? You don't mean
Wait,
one who created you?
who created her? Who created her? If this is Yaimiko, I'm gonna go nuts. No, it's...
Did you secure the area?
Yeah, I did.
Of course! That makes perfect sense, because he's a puppet as well of her. Just like... That makes perfect sense. Holy hell, that makes perfect sense.
I will administer medical care immediately. Thank you, Albedo. About time you showed up, kid.
Kid, right, yeah. You know I'm older than you.
Oh, God.
And you're welcome?
He's even sassy in this world?
Right, introductions. I'm Net Nomad. Nice to meet you. Now can you get in so we can get out of here?
What did he say his name was? Sorry, again?
Now can you get in?
I'm
Net Nomad. Nice
Net
to
Nomad,
meet you.
okay. Which, now that he's gone rogue, not a bad name. Not a bad
Can you
name.
Get in so we can get out of here.
Do you think you can
Save
Wait.
Klee.
for a bit?
No? Oh no, please. Is Klee gone?
The virus will only disorient
This is such a good
Xanadu
idea
for
as
few
well.
minutes. We should leave as soon as possible.
Great line. Great dialogue there. Oh my god, they killed off Klee? No. Is that blood on the floor as well? This is how... Cracks in his own... Oh, don't show it. Stop. Klee is literally like the sunshine itself. Klee is the thing that makes the days brighter. Please. Stop. Oh my god. Please don't show this to me. Oh, please stop as well. The cracking sound as well. This is oh no, the shoulder to the legs as well.
Are we sure this is the Albedo? We went through a lot for him.
He doesn't go by that.
Look at
name
the
anymore.
animation here as well. It's
Stop talking.
fantastic. But like, how can
We're
like
still losing-
Klee, man? Like I know like this is like really well done. It's just super hard to see Klee in any position like that, even in an alternate timeline or universe.
blood.
Are you coming with us or not? Albedo? L13? Whoever you are, we need to leave.
This is hard. It's very hard.
We have to go. Now.
You can call me Albedo.
Oh, so he's going by that name again. There's oh, stop. Wait. She's alive. He did it. Oh, thank God. Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord above in heaven. Thank Zhongli. Oh, I couldn't handle Klee dying.
Big brother!
Music is such, the choice of music here is so good. He saved you, girl.
All right. That should throw Zandercorp off her trail for now. Happy?
Yeah.
He has a heart with a nice hoodie.
Is she going to be okay?
I was able to stop the bleeding for now. Once we return to Inazuma, I'll repair both of you.
Inazuma City?
I wonder what Inazuma City is going to look like in this type of...
She means Neo Inazuma City. Rebuilt from the ground up. You've never been, have you?
No.
I guess not. Is it safe to go there directly?
Zandercorp already knows where it is. They're just too scared to follow.
Scared?
Neo Inazuma City is on the surface.
What is that? What does on the surface mean? Oh, the music created by Dylan. No, you did a fantastic job with this. This is just impressive as heck. This could be on Crunchyroll and I would not think twice. You know, I wouldn't watch this and be like, oh my god, looks not as good. And she's hiding away now. You know what I mean? I wouldn't think twice if I saw this on and she reminded her of her own brother. Yeah, I wouldn't think twice. That was great. That was so cool. Really hard to watch though. In terms of just like, that's some like really sad stuff. You know what I mean? With the characters and that I do care about quite a bit. But it was really cool. It was a really well designed thing as well. I thought the animation was gorgeous. I thought that it really played on the characters' personalities well without actually like how do I say, without actually ruining the characters, I think is probably the way to look at it. Cause like you can do this type of stuff and like change the characters completely to the point that they're no longer even themselves anymore. But I really feel like after that they were very much still themselves. Yeah, very much so. Thank you for sending in. Thank you very much. The next video is sent in by Arden, and it is the Interstellar Journey Trailblaze Remix Honkai English VA's cover extended version. Yeah, I talked about this and I think it's best for me to be more clear with like Honkai stuff because I do see comments all the time of people like, oh, maybe you shouldn't watch this because of spoilers and stuff like this. I think like if it's like demos or stuff like this where it's like kind of like super out of context, I think it's okay. And again, it's always like up to me because one of the things that I'm not always great at is like, being clear on what I consider to be a spoiler because everyone considers things to be different in terms of spoilers. So it's always me who's kind of like the maybe unclear in terms of that. But like, yeah, it's like, I will always like, I guess, pick up on it, I suppose is probably the answer to this. So this next one is sent in by Arden and it is this cover song by the English cast of Honkai Star Rail. The first one we saw the other time was really cool. I am so excited to eventually play Honkai Star Rail. A lot of times I hear like, hey, when you play Honkai, I think it's impacted. So I guess like, and like also like I did get comments being like, you should like change it to Honkai Star Rail in the list of games. I think people know what I mean in the list of games anyway. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, but yeah, we will be playing this at some stage.
Get rid of debris from the rusty time. Those years.
Rachel with a great voice. I love the girl main character's design so much. There was a bit of Goblin in there. Oh, so good. The character, yeah, the person who Amber May plays, the character who Amber May plays, they're all really good character designs, but like, I don't know, I can't wait to get to this game. Pulverized. I mean, we'll go with it.
Our story does not depend on fate.
Britain's a lovely name as well, isn't it?
My ending is just a speck of dust, still out of sight.
Pounding my heart beats fast to memories of the past, saying goodbye.
Yeah, there's like just really good voices here as well. Say goodbye to these track and trains that go on and My Secret's Undone. Like, and I'm sorry I'm just a bit mesmerized by the characters, but I just think the character Amber May plays is such a great design. For the second one, the other one they did, they had way more voice actors, so I imagine they did this and probably got a lot of people involved. Yeah, look at those notes. Look at those notes. The two main characters, yeah. And they all sound good together as well. They sound really good together. So here's some like, yeah, this is what I mean. Like, this is like totally out of context. This is cutting in between scenes so quickly that I don't even know what's happening. Right? I have no idea what's happening at all. Yeah, this is really, I want to pause for a second here. May this journey is straightforward. There's so many great designs here. But the best design I see on this page, in my humble opinion, for me, the one I like the most is the one that has, there's two actually. The main character with Rachel Chow is playing, and the one that Amber May is playing is fantastic. So they're all great, but that's like two that I'm like, that's really, really cool. They're really cool designs. Thank you so much for sending in. That was always really cool to see some Honkai stuff. And I think you guys are very excited to see me play some Honkai stuff. I'm very excited to get into that stuff too. Thank you. The next video is sent in by Minyu, and it is the Genshin fan song Inazuma Lullaby. I actually am really liking seeing all this fan stuff. It always like makes me really happy. It's the best part of the community is the people that make this type of art, in my opinion. Oh, it's the song. Whoa.
Where you call out the name of a loved one's soul, where you find what your heart yearns for.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Like adding lyrics to this as well?
Eternity was up at shore as a melody glides on raindrops across the land. Let the dust settle on what's lost, like the shore.
Oh man.
They bent down under
I have like chills. Oh, it's over already? What? It's so good. Oh, wow. The note. This was gorgeous. Thank you so much for sending this in. That was absolutely gorgeous. And I love the way they like play on the idea of eternity again with a character like this. But in this sense, it's talking about how like, you know, leaves don't even play up to the idea of eternity anymore. And like, I don't know, it's really, really, really pretty. Really, really pretty. Yeah. A lot of really pretty characters in this series, in this game. The next video is sent in by Dodo Dan. And it is the beautiful simplicity of Monster Hunter's Fatalis. Let's go. Dodo Dan is our resident Monster Hunter person. Knows more about Monster Hunter than I.
Monster Hunter World has a very simple premise.
Great voice.
There's too many dangerous monsters roaming the land, and you need to go and hunt them down. And over the course of the game, you end up hunting a lot of them. It's not unusual for playtimes to easily pass the 100-hour mark.
What?
To keep your attention for that long, the designers created a hugely varied roster for you to fight, with each monster having its own unique qualities and abilities.
The people who are into Monster Hunter, though,
power
like,
and
dedicated
absurdity as the game
people.
Progresses. Eventually, you'll come face to face with Fatalis, the last monster in the game and the ultimate test of skill. But instead of having a unique design that tries to outdo all the other ones that came before it, Fatalis looks, at a glance, pretty mundane. It's a good design, don't get me wrong, but at its core, it's just a dragon.
Simplistic,
There's no unique design elements, and no Monster Hunter specific ones either, to the point that you could take Fatalis, drop it into any other piece of media, and it wouldn't really look out of place.
That's the thing.
While this might
That's the thing. You put this dragon in Dragon's Dogma, I'm fighting it, you know?
Sound as though Fatalis might come off as feeling a bit generic or forgettable. In reality, it's anything but. It feels incredibly fresh and incredibly memorable, and probably ranks highly on my list of the best boss encounters of all time.
Fair enough.
And in this video, we're going to talk about why. The first element to understanding how Fatalis manages to feel unique is to examine how monster design is handled for the rest of the roster. There's a lot of monsters that look like this, and you could be forgiven for thinking this is some kind of dragon. In
the wings make me feel
this
uncomfortable.
Is called a wyvern. You can spot the difference between a wyvern and a dragon by counting how many legs they have. If it's got a set of wings and 4 legs, then it's a dragon. If it's only got 2 legs, then it's a wyvern. This isn't some universal rule though. There's plenty of media that call creatures with only 2 legs dragons, like in Game of Thrones for example. Generally speaking, wyverns look a bit more anatomically realistic than...
But I wonder if if that comes from the fact of like, you know, just how human nature is, because they're right, in Game of Thrones they do call some wyverns dragons, and I wonder if it is a case of like, you know, no one's going to be correcting each other when they see, like, you know, if a dragon is coming down to attack you, or a dragon has burnt down your city, like, it's going to be like, a dragon burnt down our city. You know, you're not going to have someone go, it was a wyvern, you know what I mean? So I wonder if that's just like, you know, it's just like the way that, like, you know, if like, one of the things I never got about The Walking Dead is like when zombies attacked and they're like, people all have different names for zombies. It's just like, you know, they're zombies, you know? you know, everyone would call them zombies, you know?
Dragons. After all, we can see numerous examples of forelimbs evolving into wings for flight in nature today. And this is how the developers of Monster Hunter approach creature design. They have a lot of fantastical elements, but there's some core of realism running throughout them. A story from Paul W.S. Anderson, director of the Monster Hunter movie, illustrates the level of detail present in these designs. When he showed footage of the movie to the game's developers,
was this movie good?
They stopped him to point out a mistake
Were you guys into
in
this?
the design of Diablos. Anderson had the fingernails looking too pointy. The designers told him that because Diablos burrows through sand, it would have evolved to have more rounded fingernails instead. And with this, we can see where Fatalis first starts to stand out. It completely ignores this realistic design convention. Unlike some of the other monsters, it's hard to imagine what kind of environments would have caused a creature to evolve this way.
So it denies the idea of evolution?
It looks appropriate in the ruined castle it's fought in. The taxonomy of Monster Hunter loves its wyverns. We've already seen an example of a flying wyvern, but we also have bird wyverns and brute wyverns. The idea of this was to create this concept of a shared evolutionary history and taxonomy. Tigrex and Rathalos look different at a glance, but it's fairly easy to imagine them having a shared ancestor. Fatalis explicitly does not fit into any of these pre-established categories, and thus you can't really picture it having any shared ancestors with the rest of the cast. We, the audience, recognize it as looking like a traditional Western fantasy dragon, but the people in the Monster Hunter world don't. This recognition of something
It's something different completely
from such a clear and established.
Because it's so simple, it's actually more different than anything else. It's kind of like, you know, it's kind of like if everyone shows up to like a party dressed as like in a Halloween costume and you don't show up in the Halloween costume, you're the one that stands out the most. You know what I mean? Not that you should do that ever. Just, you know, play along maybe, you know? But you get what I'm saying.
Creates this image of Fatalis as something unnatural, as if it's invaded this world from another
That makes
one.
perfect
And
sense.
this is why Fatalis feels unique.
Very cool as well.
It's not despite its simplicity, it's because of it. Or rather, it's because in the context of the game, this is not any kind of simple, generic design. It's unique amongst its peers, a monster that doesn't fit in with the rest of the world. The other creatures feel like actual living animals, and the title of monster can sometimes feel a bit excessive. But for Fatalis, it feels wholly appropriate.
Oh yeah, I would agree.
Of
like,
course, this statement is
sorry
only...
for pausing here. From playing Freedom Unite, I would say that definitely feels that way. Because there's sometimes where you're like, are these monsters? It's like, this is just a big bird, you know? Which I think that, like, you know, that's what he's saying here.
Really true of the first Monster Hunter game, where Fatalis really was the only design resembling a traditional
So he was in the first game too.
In later games, the classification of Elder Dragons saw plenty of new entries, with designs like Kushala Daora striving to fill the same niche as Fatalis. Elder Dragons are often given outlandish design elements and features to emphasize their power compared with the rest of the roster. Look no further than Valstrax the Jet Dragon, or the incredibly alien-looking Xeno'jiva as examples of this. And while these design elements do create memorable encounters that stand out, Fatalis still ends up coming out on top.
Right. To
see why, we'll take a look at how his fight actually plays out in Iceborne. So we've seen that the strength of Fatalis' design is in part due to its simplicity, and this concept
and I can get
is
behind
also
that. I like
true of
simplistic
how the
stuff as
fight
well.
plays out in Iceborne. Before we get to that though, we should first take a look at how some of the other hunts play out. The vast majority of monsters are found in one of the large locales, and before you actually start the fight, you have to hunt them down. The game is called Monster Hunter after all. Once you've fought them for a while, they'll run off to another area, and you'll have to take stock of how you're doing, make some preparations, and then hunt them down again. This happens several times over the course of the hunt, and creates a cycle of intense action, followed by retrospect and preparation.
That's pretty
But
cool. I never thought of it
Fatalis
as like a
never leaves
prep
the
thing, because I was always very stupid in Freedom Unite.
The other monsters exist in a natural environment to simulate
that is really
the whole
cool.
hunting experience. Fatalis exists in an arena where the intense action of combat never ceases. There are 2 points in the fight where the player has to hide from a devastating flame attack, and these brief windows are the only times the player can
I'm in love with that
experience
stuff.
the retrospect and
The idea of
plan
hiding
stage
from a
the
fire
usual
behind a pillar or
hunt.
something.
Simplifying the hunting mechanics in this way puts the focus solely on the combat mechanics, and ensures that you have to be on your
melting.
A-game throughout the entire length of the fight if you want to be successful. And in these combat mechanics, we can see simplification. To illustrate this, we can have a look at Elatrion. The
So
Elder
taking
Dragon
out
the
all the
player has
extra
to
bits,
hunt before
bells
they
and
can
whistles
face
of Monster Hunter
Fatalis.
makes it a unique
Elatrion
fight.
has some of the same design concepts as Fatalis. He resembles a traditional dragon first of all, which also differentiates him from the rest of the cast. But that's where the similarities end, because the actual Elatrion hunt is anything but simple. To begin with, he has control over all the elements in the game, and will cycle through them over the course of the hunt. In order to succeed, you've got to observe and react to these accordingly. And I don't just mean that in the sense of learning how to avoid different elemental attacks. This design element is directly incorporated into the very mechanics of the fight. At the start of the quest, he'll be in either fire state or ice state, and you can learn which one by the title and description of the quest. He has different elemental resistances based on what state he's in, so if he starts in fire state, you should bring an ice weapon for maximum effectiveness, and vice versa. And you need to do this because if you don't deal enough elemental damage to him in a set time limit, then he runs to the center of the arena and does an unblockable, unavoidable, instant kill attack. He'll do this.
There's so many times, and I just want to talk about, like, there's so many times in games where I'm like, I get so frustrated by that, but then, like, it's such a great feeling afterwards. Like, I remember Final Fantasy 13, there's like an almost insta-kill move, but then, like, I was like, I don't know what to do here at all. And you realize, oh, if you do enough damage at this point, it will stop them from doing that attack.
That elemental threshold, but now its damage will be reduced so that you're able to survive it. The elemental threshold will then reset and you've got to reach it again. Otherwise, next time the attack will be an instant kill again. This cycle repeats for the length of the fight. But there's even more to the complexity. If you don't break his horns when he's in that first state, then he'll switch to the opposite elemental state after the big attack. That means if he started in fire state and you brought an ice weapon to counter that, succeeded in reaching the elemental threshold to survive the big attack, but didn't break the horns, then he'll now switch to ice state, where your ice weapon now won't deal any elemental damage. This overlong description hopefully gets the point across.
This guy's got a great voice, by the way.
Fight
This helps a
is
lot when you're doing
pretty
these types
complex,
of videos.
Despite also focusing purely on combat mechanics by having it take place in a single arena. This kind of mechanical complexity often shows up in other powerful monsters. For example, the fight with Shara Ishvalda has two distinct stages, which play very differently from each other. Safi Jiva has mechanics that reward all players in the multiplayer lobby for completing shared objectives, as well as having gameplay mechanics like specific player aggro. So given all of this, what unique gameplay mechanic does Fatalis have? Well, it actually doesn't have any. There are basic cannon and ballistae dotted around the arena that the player can use, but they don't need to be used to win. Twice he'll fly up into the air and do a huge flame attack, and the player has to hide behind specific cover, but this is mostly to give a moment of respite to prepare for the next stage. If you haven't broken the head before the second attack, then he'll come back down with blue flame instead of red, which is
so it's like a
more
lot
powerful.
of like very like.
You can still break his head at any point after this though to reduce the power of the flame back to red.
It's almost like
not an
maths.
instant fail state as with Elatrium.
Like it's a lot of
And
thinking, a lot of
that's it.
strategy.
There are elements that the player needs to consider and plan for, of course, but far less than in some other hunts for monsters of a similar power level. By not introducing any new or monster-specific mechanics, the hunt has a laser focus on the fight between the two of you. With no distractions, it becomes like a dance. The back and forth of
I love a
dodging
dance in the
everything he
battle.
throws at
Dark
you
Souls
and
2.
waiting for those small opportunities where you can go on the offensive. It's exhilarating and incredibly difficult. And it's this joint concept of simplicity between design and gameplay working together that creates
I love it.
a very
Love the concept. Love the
memorable
concept of this
encounter.
video.
It doesn't need flashy visual elements to impress or intimidate you. Its actions are more than enough to manage that.
Can I say as well,
Any excess
Dodo Dan send in these monster hunter videos. I don't know if it's a similar creator each time, but like I tend to agree with a lot of the points that are made in these videos about Monster Hunter, and when I applied them to other games that I love as well.
complexity has been stripped away to create a monster that tests you on nothing more than the core combat mechanics of the game. Towards the end of the fight, the Dragonator is unlocked for use, which is a huge drill-like weapon activated by pressing a button. These are often found in the arenas of giant monsters, and when activated they usually always cause Proof of a Hero to play, which is a triumphant song first heard in Monster Hunter 1. Subsequent games created new renditions of this song, adding elements and remixing parts, usually to match the feel and evolution in each new game. When you activate the Dragonator in the Iceborne Fatalis fight, however, it's not Monster Hunter World's rendition that plays, it's the original Monster Hunter 1 rendition. It's most likely for nostalgic reasons, being that Fatalis was first introduced
Or is
in
it trying to
Monster
play
Hunter
on the
1.
simplicity?
But more than that, this original version also shares in the overarching theme of simplicity. There's no choir and no enhanced or remixed sections, it just doesn't need them. It's stripped back, simple and to the point, completely synchronized with the rest of Fatalis' visual and gameplay design. Every element of Fatalis embodies simplicity, but the result is anything but forgettable. It stands as an example of how simple ideas and concepts can feel incredibly unique thanks to the context that they're placed in and how they come together. It's the ultimate test of skill and a fitting end to Monster Hunter World and its expansion Iceborne. And after no doubt
really
failing
fantastic.
time and time
I agree.
again,
First of all, I
finally
love
do
this
bring him down.
sentiment,
That feeling
and
of
I agree
incredible
with like
accomplishment
why that would be
solidifies
so cool.
Fatalis as one of the best monsters in the series and one of my all-time favorites.
Very cool stuff. Yeah. Doradan, thank you for sending it in because, like, honestly, like, I feel like just to soapbox it a little bit. This is genuinely how I feel. About games that I love. And like how like sometimes simpler is better. Sometimes things don't have to be over the top. Sometimes you can overcomplicate things. But also the idea of like making an enemy stand out. Like fighting Elden Ring is a perfect example. Fighting Patches in the cave. You're so used to find these weird monsters in the cave, and you find Patches, and it's like, oh, this is like a normal dude in the cave. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. Thank you for sending that in. The next video is sent in by, and actually before I move on from that, I do also want to say that like I love the concept of a battle in Monster Hunter that has none of the bells and whistles, that is forcing you just to like be like good with the combat. I think that it's a really good test of what you know about the game. The next video is sent in by What's Your Damage, and it is the Good Place song Nobody's Perfect, Whitney Avalon. Okay.
Hi there, I'm Janet.
Oh.
Depending on what dimension you're in, I may look slightly different from what you're
Okay.
used to. But don't let that distract you from this important
Janet's
message.
great.
I'm not a human, I cannot feel pain. I don't have a heart, but I love just the same. I've evolved far beyond what other Janets can do. So don't fork with me or I will fork with you.
So this is like in the Good Place, like they say a lot of like because they can't swear, they say fork and things like this. I've only seen season 1. Oh no, I've seen season 2 of the Good Place as well. Now that I think about it, because I remember I saw the cliffhanger and then went to the next season. Really, really funny stuff. The creator of it, Mike Schur, is just a fantastic writer, and he cares about humans as well. So like his writing is always very good,
I'm not a girl, also not a robot. 99 trillion degrees, so yeah, I'm smoking hot. I can't die, so remember who you're talking to. If you murder me, I will reboot, and then I'll fork with
Yep.
you. I contain
Oh look, there's a little dance moves going on here.
I'm a walkie-talkie. Nobody's perfect. I create life out of nothing. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. Perfect. Can't you see?
This is good.
Nobody's perfect except probably me.
And I think that like,
According to the research I
sorry
just
again
did,
for pausing, but if you ever saw The Good Place, I can imagine that you'd be like, what the hell is this? This makes perfect sense to me. Because Janet was one of my favorite characters in the show.
453,660 songs. This one's so catchy you'll never get it out of your head. I keep secrets, helping is my passion. I rock all shades of 70s flight attendant fashion.
Really nice
Yes,
though.
I'm always smiling, but don't get the wrong impression. I will ruin you while I maintain this facial expression.
Yes. Yes.
In a
Yes.
I'll kick you
Sometimes
across the
unnervingly so.
room. I don't sell violins, but I'll orchestrate your doom. In the good or the bad or the medium place. I'm the Janet with a plan, and it's to save the human race. I'm high and
Oh my god, it's bad, Janet, look.
amazing.
That's really good. I have to get back into the show.
Nobody's perfect, but actually nobody's perfect except
The lyrics actually go really well, like with the song itself, and also like I feel like her timing is really good too.
They call me helper woman, I don't get mad. Busty Alexa.
Busty Alexa.
But not half bad. If they want me to appear, they can't sober get it. My name is Janet, and don't you dare forget it. I always pop up in whatever direction they're not looking.
Yes.
It's fun.
Yes, 100% you do.
My void is boundless, but nobody's perfect. I count as
This is really sweet as well, though, isn't it? Like for a character that like is very like I feel like it's more and more appreciated as years go on. I see so many memes about her too.
As a lotion, like a god. But nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. But seriously, nobody's perfect except probably me.
Oh wow,
I could lie, but here's something totally
great
true.
fantastic voice
If you
too.
touch my friends, then sure as shirt, I'll fucking fork with you.
That is a Mike Schur reference,
If you
right?
touch my friends, then sure
That is a Mike Schur
I'll
reference.
fucking
Very
fork
cool.
with you.
Very nice. Very nice.
This video is not sponsored. I just love The Good Place and want
I can tell.
Plus, Janet's so fun, I had to write her a song. This was all possible thanks to my heavenly...
Check out the Patreon.
Thanks for watching. More music soon.
So that was really neat. I'm again like I haven't watched A Good Place in years, but I remember watching it years ago, and it's actually like a really smart show as well. But then again, that's because it's freaking again, it's a Mike Schur show. It has some really fantastic actors in it. It has some really good. It has a cast that is like just really, really talented, and really good at what they do, and that care about the actual thing itself, the actual show itself. They really do. Yeah, that was really, really fun. It was really fun. The next video is sent in by Malcolm Conde, and it is the Labyrinth Warriors. So this is something that, when we decided the ones we're going to be reacting to in full, I decided that we're going to be doing the second Golden Archipelago, is that how you pronounce it? And the Ididori Festival. Those are the two that we're going to be reacting to in full. I don't think we're going to have time to react to all of them, so I've been very specific. I got a message off of Patreon being like, those would be really good. So like I tend to like, listen to people's opinions, especially if like, if, believe it or not, and something you learn about YouTube is that like, if one person says something, usually other people feel that way too. But if like 2 people say it, then that means like 10 other people feel the same way too. You know what I mean? And it keeps going like that. So like, I really feel like if someone's like, hey, I like this, then you gauge interest and like people are like, actually like, you find out how much people are into this. But let's check it out. This is a summary of the Labyrinth Warriors, which I actually want to do, or I want to see. So the traveler accepts a commission from Catherine to help a Liyue musician. Man, I wish these events were still available to play. Yeah, it turns out to be Xinyan. She arrives in Inazuma to perform in Fontaine's Iridescence tour. However, the tour was cancelled and now her only travel permit is also about to expire. Oh wow. Xinyan was waiting to apply for a new travel permit. The traveler soon inquires about the process delay. Oh yeah, well of course we're like, she ordered pickles. She ordered no pickles. Since the traveler is well known, they allowed her to enter the premise. That's such a cool concept, right? Makes sense. It's good writing. Don't put roadblocks in the way that don't, when there doesn't need to be any roadblocks. The traveler soon meets Gojo Sara and asks about the situation. Heck yeah. Sara informs us of the appearance of an unknown domain. It has spawned many monsters, which the 10-year commission is busy handling. Sara promises a new travel permit for Xinyan in exchange for our help. Guess there is nothing free in Inazuma. Sara guides us to the location and leaves us to attend to other matters. Xinyan and Traveler soon find a paper doll nearby. Oh wow, what? It awakens and introduces himself as Shiki Taisho. He informs the group about the memory loss he's suffering from. The domain is called the Mystique Amu Chamber and he is its overseer. A few days ago, some mysterious power reopened the domain. That is such a cool design. He asked for the group's help in exploring the domain and recover his memories. That is so sick. I wish I got to play this. They encountered Child, of course. We just saw Child in the Lazo trailer, and he looked gorgeous. He says his reason to being in the domain is just exploring, and Paimon, of course, already started an argument. The group continues to explore the domain, but Xinyan's ready. They soon encounter a replica of Shiki Taisho. Merging with the replica, Shiki Taisho remembers about the domain's creator. It was his master, Kamuna Haranosuke, the first Omiyuji of Inazuma and a master of charm magic. Upon entering the last door, everyone except Child is teleported outside the domain, so Child's not teleported out. From the outside, it seems like the domain is rearranging itself and blocks entering. Kujo-sa arrives to check on the group, but quickly leaves for a priority issue. So they're keeping her in the story without having her. We don't have like. I wish I got to play this just so we have like a full Xinyan like story. The group waits a few days and checks out in the domain again. Kujo-sa arrives to give Xinyan her new travel permit. She leaves again to check the defenses in other parts of Inazuma. She's a busy girl. The group enters the domain for a second time and Child is there again, of course. Inside we soon find Child has collected some replicas of Shiki Taisho in the past few days. Taisho, maybe, I think. Shiki Taisho fuses with the replicas and remembers more things. This is such a cool concept. This could be a movie. The group battles through the dungeon and touches the final door. This could be a movie. This time only the Traveler and Xinyan are teleported outside the domain. Not Taisho. After a few days, the two enter the domain again. Persistent. During this time, Shiki Taisho and Child find a powerful replica, so they're working together, hanging out together. After merging with the replica, Taisho remembers more things. He informs us the reason for the existence of his domain is to train warriors. After a great disaster, Hanazuke traveled to Liyue to learn adept arts. I love this design. He combined it with his art of transcension and founded Omyo Yudu. Omyudu? There would be samurais assisted with replica of Shike Taisho. The samurais fought monsters in the world while the replicas collected the information. Shike Taisho used the information from the replicas to create mirror monsters inside the domain. These would be used as training targets for the samurai who wanted to protect Inazuma. The group soon moves forward to retrieve the last replica. Holy hell, I love these cutscenes as well. Is this the last one? This is such a good... This could be a movie. This concept for this.
Master Kamina, over half our trained samurai are wounded, and our Shikigami
Look at this, it's just floating around the place too.
Besides, the outside situation is beginning to stabilize. Do we really need to keep pursuing this ultimate attainment?
Why so apprehensive? This is all within my expectation.
Harunosuke, forgive my directness, but she's not coming back.
All I ever wanted was to assist her descendants and guard this territory. Now that our targets no longer exist, and those needing our protection are finally safe, then perhaps our sworn mission has indeed come to an end. I always believed that I would stand guard in this place forever.
Okay.
If time permitted. I almost fooled myself with such a notion. I hope you never make the same mistake.
Don't worry, Harunosuke.
And he's talking right back to him.
I know everything that you've done for Inazuma. Your efforts need not be judged by others. The same goes for my existence.
Okay.
Bestowing you with intelligence, that you should know human emotion, it would seem this was the right decision. In the end, it is you that have enlightened
This is such a beautiful scene as well. Oh my god. Again, this is like again, I was raised with this type of movie, right? The beautiful like early 2000s, late 90s animated movies.
Rosy-cheeked in the morning.
Wow.
Bleached bones by dusk. How so very true. I have nothing left to keep me. Shiki Taisho, my
Taisho.
friend. You have completed your assignment magnificently.
Beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful.
As for me, I need wait no longer. I will set out again in search of a new purpose.
Then this is farewell, Harunosuke. Be safe in your travels.
And Child just in the background as well.
I remember everything. Harunosuke didn't abandon
Okay.
me. It was I that persuaded him. And helped him escape the labyrinth of his heart.
Labyrinth Warriors. Shiki Taisho mentions that the chamber was created at the wrong time. The evil that they wanted to protect Inazuma from was defeated by the Raiden Shogun. All the training the samurai went through and the effort it took to build the chamber. It all seemed to be a waste, but the training did help the samurais in their own path. So they were training, but the Shogun saved them in the end. He now gained full control over the domain. He will continue to help those who require the chamber for training. Child soon informs the traveler of his true reasons to be in the domain. He's searching for Scaramouche. Right. Okay. The Balladeer is AWOL, right? And I didn't quite get that concept the other day. For me, I just thought that he was on a mission or something. He is definitely AWOL. He is gone. And so if the Fatui are searching for him, that's big. So after he got the gnosis off of Yaimiko, and you'll find it in the end and leaves. And the traveling Shinra also exits domain. Yeah, so he is like completely. Oh, it's almost over. He's completely AWOL. No, the great videos. You always do a really good job for someone like me who doesn't have all the time in the world to watch absolutely everything. I should watch the full story. I thought they said full story like for Natlan, like the full Natlan story. That'd be hilarious. Yeah, really cool concept. For that as well. The next video is sent out. I should say, sorry, before I got distracted for a second, I just went into like next video. So what we learned about that in that story is not only there's just a pretty story, but like I think one of the most important parts about it is the Scaramouche part. The fact that they're looking for him to the point that they send Child into a domain in Inazuma to look for him is pretty nuts. And just means that like they are looking, that he is like not permitted to be away as he is now, but he is. Yeah. I'm actually like pretty interested in finding out. Wait, so hold on a second. I want to say earlier as well, there's an earlier video as well that we watched, the first 2 videos we watched. Am I wrong in saying that the fox there, the kind of fox-like girl, was maybe Yaimiko, or the one version of Yaimiko maybe? I could be wrong. But yeah, thank you so much for sending in. That gives us a very, very good light on a lot of the situations that we didn't know here. Of course, you knew a lot of it, but like that's also good to know. The next video is sent to my Kois and is the Genshin Summer Filler Festival, tale of the certain Hakushin Fox. Let's go.
在我之前，明神大社
Do we need
也有一位
subtitles?
公司，他与我一样，
Yeah.
都有白城狐王的血脉，
We skip back one
与
second.
白狐之野奔我一样。明神大社
Before me, there was
也有一
not
位
another
公司
Guji Grand Nakami
他
Shrine.
与我一
Just like
样，
me, she had the blood of the
都有
Hakushin
白
clan
城狐
flowing
王
through
的
her. So maybe it's
血
like a
脉
descent, like
与白
Yaimiko's
狐之
descendant?
野奔走，
The Bayuka
天
Plain?
狐与地狐皆为他的眷属。
Okay.
不久，他便前往明神大社受任公司。我从小听着他的故事长大，
Beautiful voice, by the
心
way.
中不免期望着自己也能得
The
到
fox
地下的
out.
瞩目。所幸，即使此身笨拙无畏，却仍得殿下垂怜。世上之事彼此羁绊纠缠，因而实在之中产生了虚幻的愿景。斋公大人的一生，乐于与人结缘。
They're showing all the friends again as well.
什么结缘呀？
Honestly,
这个女
like
人就是他们。
my placement, I probably should have placed this about like right after the other videos as well. It would have been great, but that's my bad. I remember they said you should. I should watch this after the other ones, but I didn't think it meant like directly after them, and that's completely my bad. But like we watched them just like a bit ago, so we still get the concept of it. You know what I mean? For sure.
例如，御前献艺时遇到了面容如月的鬼族少女，那名少女
I don't remember much about her. So this character is an interesting
斋公大
design.
人常与他还有将军大人一同在树下赏花，比如和天狗族长比拼速度与力量。那次是斋公大人赢了，但每每
Man,
回
I'd
想起这
kill
段
for like a
往事
DLC of
权力
all these
总有不甘
characters.
比如想法子让那只妖狸向将军大
The
人臣
Tanuki.
服。斋公大人深知他心地善良，或许直到那时，也在为自己最后的欺瞒而内疚吧。后来我长大了，他口中的去世也换了一批。他常常打趣为了故里的神社而前来明神修习的巫女。他偷偷跑去祭典，遇见了一名与大人走散
Oh
的孩
wow.
子，最终前往璃月修习仙家
So
之
they're
术
showing
的
like
结
all
合少
the
年。为了成
the
全
very nice things that her like that her loved ones did at one point as well. And you can imagine how sad she was when they were no longer here.
每个人
Zhang Li went through a
都与
similar
斋公
thing.
大人建立了联系。我想，若是没有那场灾厄，一切或许
Maybe
都
everything
会
would have
变
been so
得
much different now. A dark
灾
disaster.
厄发生时，深渊的军士如潮水般向倒
There we
倾
go. Okay.
连海水也变得漆黑，雷樱树都几乎枯死。斋公大人未尽预测之人的义务，前往
That's Yaimiko, right?
大人未尽
That's Yaimiko. Less sass, but it's Yaimiko.
测之人的义务，前往了天守阁。
Look at this design. So it wasn't who it. I got that wrong there.
于是他对焦急的引悟者许诺，自己会动用一切力量，承担起守卫盗妻的职责。可灾厄又岂是如此容易抵挡的？斋公大人最终
Holy hell.
只是不知道
So when she's like, hey, will you promise me you take care of Inazuma? Again, now I'm kind of like understanding this even more. Like she like in her head, like, you know, was like, okay, I'll do everything I can to defend Inazuma. Everything. The Raiden Shogun, I.
在想些什么呢？
A.
是否仍对这片土地留有眷恋呢？滋养我的漆黑意志啊！现在我已经失去了所有力量，我的白尘之血就任您挥洒吧。但是
Beautiful artwork as
尽管
well.
处于卑微的立场，我仍希望您能聆听我的请求。如果您能看见我所珍重之物，那么就请您饶恕那些生灵吧。如果您能恩准我提出一个愿望，那就请您将我永远明亮的记忆归还给我热爱的这片土地吧。希望以此，在您
The
的
reign of
思念之
terror
后
ends.
仍然有美好的东西能
Hold on a second. Can I just read over this again?
为这片土地。如果您
If
能
you're willing
恩
to
准
grant
我
me a
提出
wish,
一个愿望，那
then
就
I will
请
ask you
您
one.
将我永远明亮的记忆归还给我热
See
爱
again,
的
this
这
is
片
like
土地
kind of a thing. Like there's so much like themes of eternity in every single like. And maybe it's just because we're looking for it now because we know that's a theme.
能留下来。
Busy traveler. I didn't put 2 and 2 together for a second because I'm an idiot. Hanashitsuru, right? Holy hell. Because that makes perfect sense. It's like, I have a favor to ask. Yeah. That makes perfect sense because what that is then after that is like her being like, hey, I don't remember what's happened to us or what has happened to this world. And if she was then like, oh, okay, I didn't pick up on that for a second there because sometimes like stuff does like, it's like there's so many characters all at once. Like that's incredible. That is absolutely incredible. Yeah, sorry, like sometimes I'll be honest, like I don't pick up on names like all the time because there's so many things happening at once, but I'm glad that I definitely have this on you guys to remind me sometimes too because that is freaking awesome. That is such a cool like ending to that as well. So cool. So cool. Like it gave me chills because that's like the type of stuff that like actually like makes me like, I don't know. It's like I go nuts for that type of stuff. Like, oh, there's the big reveal. This is who it is. Is that like, and like that's like for true, right? That's all the like the true. Because again, like those names I was hearing there that I did recognize. Yeah, but I do apologize sometimes if I don't pick it up right away. That's really freaking cool. That's so cool. And like the idea of that like on two characters on the opposite side where it's one character who believes that like fighting, you know, eternity comes from like insulation and kind of like the ruination in a way of Inazuma, like without even thinking of it that way, but then they don't think of it as a ruination of Inazuma. But then like on the other side of things, Hanashitsuru is like, yo, like, yeah, I wanted you to protect Inazuma, but not in this way. I don't like all the changes that have happened. The next video is sent in by Tori. And it is the Pale Flame History of the Harbingers. This is going to be pretty freaking cool. So it's the different artifacts. Videos contain spoilers for the story of Genshin Impact. I don't even know what a story is.
The 11 Fatui Harbingers are among the most powerful people in the land of Teyvat. They possess powerful delusions that allow them to wield elemental energy and have incredible strength. In this video, I'll go over the history of 5 of them as described in the Pale
I'm actually
Flame
excited for this.
set. These Harbingers are Signora, Dottore, Pantalone, Scaramouche, and Piero. Also, if you like this video, consider subscribing. It helps me out a lot and I'd really appreciate it. Anyways, let's move right on and get into
Can I just say as well, I always like subscribing if you're going to watch is always the most important thing. And I'll say that because like a lot of people don't say it, but like it is the truth. Like that's why I stopped doing the thing in these videos where like I subscribe to them if I'm not going to watch them because like that's actually like not great for a channel sometimes because like then YouTube goes, oh wait, you know, They got like 100 more subscribers, but none of those people even watch the videos. So that's why I stopped doing that myself, unless I'm actually going to watch the videos. I'm not going to watch their videos or subscribe to a channel and watch a bunch of their videos, especially so I don't want to get spoiled for stuff. You know what I mean? So I'm just trying to like, yeah. Only ever do it if you're going to actually watch the videos, I suppose, is what I'm saying. Like like to explain it, like a channel with say like 100,000 subscribers would do that gets 80,000 views is getting more money than a channel that has 1 million subscribers that's getting 100,000 views. I know it sounds strange, but it means that there's more of a ratio that's watching the videos. There's more of a watch time. There's more of a what do I say? There's more like dedicated audience members, if that makes sense. I know it sounds so weird because it's everything. YouTube changed completely. It's so weird. It's so weird the way things work. But yeah, like honestly, like, but then obviously, like, if you want to subscribe to your channel, do. But I'm just trying to explain, like, I don't know, maybe it sounds weird to explain it here like this, like, because, you know, I never ask for subscriptions because I always want people to subscribe only if they really, really want to watch the videos, if that makes sense. Hope that wasn't weird to put that there, but I just thought it was a really interesting aspect to it.
Signora was one of the 2 Harbingers in this video that we've actually met in the story, being the first Harbinger that players encounter.
Mm-hmm.
She was the 8th of the Harbingers, and was assigned.
And I didn't know the weight of it when I saw her first.
From the other Archons. She successfully obtained the Anemo and Geonosis, but was killed by the Raiden Shogun before she could get the Electronosis. However, long before she was a Harbinger, she was known as...
It's so funny she was fighting for that Gnosis, the Gnosis, and Scaramouche already got it.
a powerful sorceress who was feared by many 500 years ago. So let's get into the lore of the Stainless Bloom and how she became a Harbinger. You astound me. You have but a human body, and yet you carry such a power within you. You claim that you have no tears left to cry, no blood left to shed. But surely this is because you have filled yourself with fire. Though your body has long been covered in scars, fierce flames are all that now flow, like molten iron from your eyes and your wounds. But we appear to have gotten off topic. The reason I followed the trail of smoke and tracked you down is that I wish to strike a deal with you. Let the flames that now devour you be extinguished by the grace of Her Majesty. What say you? The first Fatus gave power to a young woman in whom the flame of life had all but died.
Wow.
And in her wild imagination, she saw the line that lay between the corrupt past and a stainless future. I understand.
So she's saying, like, giving life to someone who, like, didn't see any hope in life in the future and only saw destruction is such a beautiful line.
Place of my erased past and extinguish these undying flames. Let the darkness of corruption, the pain of the world, and the humans, beasts, and the sin they carry all be purified by silence.
Yeah, and this is something we know Signora felt.
Despite this, a pure white flame continued to burn within her heart. We share the same goal, you, your Tsaritsa, and I. Cleanse the sources of distortion in this world, short-sighted, ignorant gods, and the darkness and corruption of the abyss. Good. I will do whatever it takes to become an effective instrument in the advancement of our common cause. For even if I dress in pure white from head to toe, the ashes of the dead that have long left their stain on every inch of my being can never be
Holy shit. So, like, even if I start to, like, be good, I can never truly be good.
So now, let me simplify this. At this point in time, the Crimson Witch had nearly used all of her life's flame to burn away the corruption of the world. Her death seemed inevitable, as the flames would soon burn away her heart. However, she was approached by Piero, the first of the Harbingers. He offered her a cryo delusion to shackle her true power and save her life, and in return she joined the Fatui, with her goal to cleanse the world of corruption. Though, the flame still resided within her, and one day, it caused her to lose her life at the hands of the Electro Archon.
Yep, got destroyed. Beautiful story for Signora as well.
Dottore is the Harbinger who we meet in the Genshin Impact
Yes!
manga. He has an interest in machines and loves to tinker with them, as supported by what Child says in the latter's first story quest. We haven't met Dottore in-game yet, but I think we may just see him soon. Next week, I'm planning on releasing a speculation video completely dedicated to him. Anyways,
my speculation is he's a big clown.
And how he
Okay, no, he's not a clown. He did. My speculation is leave Colette alone.
Became a Harbinger.
Honk honk. Leave her alone. If you touch Colette, I will murder you. If you don't touch clay, you're not a clown. If you do touch clay, you're a clown. A human is nothing more than a machine. Okay.
More than a machine of a certain level of complexity.
Of course you'd think that.
Thus declared the youth from his lectern in the seedbed of wisdom. If one were to disassemble a part of this machine and make enhancements to it, its performance could be greatly amplified. With or without a vision, and irrespective of their physique or combat skills, enhanced humans would surely display strength far beyond the average.
Oh my god, he's all into this type of stuff.
Despite the risk of being denounced as a heretic and permanently cast from the circle of the wise, the youth candidly jotted down these thoughts in the margins of
this is what was blasphemous.
As anticipated, no research breakthroughs are possible, given the working style of the academia. Nevertheless, being expelled would be a loss. One needs the environment conducive to research. Following a trail of rumors of heresy, the first of the Fatui tracked him down. Merely an enhanced human. If your great nation can furnish me with sufficient resources and allow ample time, I could manufacture even that which you would call a god. What
Jesus
say you?
Christ, he thinks
In
this
the
too.
desert that shone bright
Probably good.
like liquid gold, he inquired of the Snezhnayan diplomats. Will you treat me like the academia did? Will you call me a monster, a madman? Or will you treat me as my hometown did, and chase me away with pitchforks?
Jesus Christ.
However,
Is this what they did with the Fatui?
Good.
Oh, sorry, is this what the Fatui did? They were like, hey, bro, you can be like a weirdo here, you know?
As for the matter of your title, what do you say to this? Taken completely by surprise by the sheer irony of the title he was given, the young man burst into hysterical laughter. Let's simplify this now. When he was young, Dodoru was chased out of his hometown because of his crazy experiments.
Yeah, weirdo.
And the Sumeru Academia did not see him too kindly.
Rightly so.
One day, his experiments caught the ear of Piero once again, who tracked him down and asked him to join the Fatui. He accepted, and was granted the ironic title of Doctor, which he found hysterical. His goal, it seems, is to simply create the strongest being he possibly can, something that could even rival the almighty power of a deity.
Is that what he was doing with clay? That's what they injected her with, to try and make her become an Archon. The manga, I finished the manga. I'll be releasing next Monday.
Pantalone is a harbinger that has only been mentioned a few times in game. Andre in the Northland Bank, Goth in Mondstadt, and Londa at Wangshuin all make mentions of him. Not much is known about him outside these lines and this artifact set, so let's get into the lore of Moment of Cessation and how he became a harbinger. Money is the lifeblood of the world, and the pathways along which it flows are the world's arteries.
Okay.
Then, the center of the world is a heart made of gold. He was not one of the favored, and could only pursue worldly power. But though money ought to be nothing to the gods, they held it firmly within their grasp nonetheless, along with the countless other forms of power that they wielded. Perhaps he lusted for money because he had once been destitute, or perhaps that the fact that the gods had never looked upon him with favor ignited a burning desire for resistance inside him. The people of the land from which these coins hail revere contracts above all else. In the name of money, I shall respect the contract between us. We shall, by whatever means necessary, become the heart that pumps money around the world. And, when the moment comes, that heart shall cease beating by our will alone. Alright, now let's go ahead and simplify this. Pantalone used to be poor, and he was never granted a vision by the gods.
Same.
It doesn't exactly explain why the Fatui tracked him down, but it does explain his goal. That goal is to take away something from the gods. That specifically being the control over money. He simply wants to become the source of all money in Teyvat, and then prevent anyone else from.
So he probably has a
acquiring
big
that
interest in Liyue then. Oh, here we go.
wealth. Scaramouche is of course the other Harbinger in this video who we have met in the game's story. He is the 6th of the Fatui Harbingers. However, he has now taken the Electro-Gnosis after obtaining it from Yaimiko, and abandoned the Fatui.
So sick.
When he was still in partnership with the Fatui, however, they unlocked his true potential, and it is explained why he joined the Fatui in the first place and became a Harbinger in their surpassing.
This is the one I definitely hear, for sure.
He was born with a face fairer than
True.
any other, destined to a long life and a hollow will.
True.
He was a transcendent being, divinely created, but he was cast aside like worthless dross. Yet, due to an error that cannot be known, he
The
roused himself
Wanderer,
from
oh my
slumber
god.
and wandered the mortal realm. Before the Fatui found him, he had drifted for countless years, and in that time, This is what his experience had taught him. I am a human who surpasses all others. Even the gods daren't meddle in my fate. Neither mortal nor god nor fate itself is qualified to be my judge. I am free to choose how I wish to spend the remainder of my
So
days.
sick.
Since these mask-wearing people are so fun to be around, I think I'll become
He's
one of them.
literally just like, hey, these guys are like kind of cool. These guys are kind of fun to be around. This is going to be good for mischief. And he is that kind of fun-loving guy. We see that even in his expressions.
Simplifying this down, Scaramouche was a divine creation of Beelzebul, the current Electro Archon. He was a test for her puppet, and not wanting to throw him out, she let him wander the world. After wondering about his purpose for years on end, he eventually found the Fatui. The reason he joined, well, it is simply because he thought it'd be fun.
Yep, makes sense for his
goal, it seems,
character.
was to collect the Electronosis, and after doing so, he left them in the dust.
So he got the thing that was created from the person that was created him, the thing that cast him aside, and he was like, I'm done then. That's fine. That's so sick. What a guy. Respect.
Piero is the first of the Fatui Harbingers, and the last one that I will go over in this video. Along with the Tsaritsa, he founded the Fatui and personally recruited many Harbingers, including the ones mentioned in this video. Anyways, let's get into the lore of the Mocking Mask and how he became the very first Fatui Harbinger. Since the stain of my compatriot's blood cannot be cleansed, I shall become the
Sick
jester
line.
who laughs in the face of fate. Since my level of learning could not compare with the sages, I failed to earn the favor of the previous ruler. So too did I fail to stop them from tearing away the veil of sin, ushering a tide of divine wrath, destruction, and foolishness. Then I shall become instead a fool, a Fatus, and devote myself to Her Majesty, who understands my pain. My name is Piero,
A
the
jester.
Please listen to the words I have to say. Proud Fatui comrades, I know your hearts harbor both the fires of rage and the cold of eternal winter. Each one of us has borne witness to the absurd callousness of the foundational principles of this world.
Right.
So let us don our masks in mockery of the world as we go forth and
So talking about the cruelty of the world and how like they want to create a new version of this
Piero's
world.
goal is larger than that of any other Harbingers mentioned in this video. He seeks to change the world in its entirety, rewriting fate itself. He claims here that he could have stopped the tragedy in Conria, but no one believed him. Devastated at the destruction that
So he
was
was seen as a
caused,
joke?
he went to the Tsaritsa, who shared his ideals. Thus he donned his mask and became the Jester, the first of the Fatui Harbingers. Anyways, that's it for this video. If you want to learn more about the Harbingers, I will gladly make more videos about them. Let me know
It was a
down
great
below.
video.
As I said, next week's video will be speculation on Dotteray, so stay tuned. I hope you all have an amazing day, and I'll see you all in the next video.
Fantastic video. Really good. Learned a lot more there. I'm learning so much, and thank you so much for helping me. I'm feeling very emotional. All my patrons really helped me understand stuff that I didn't understand this week. The next video is sent in by Jewpiker. And it is, by the way, that was really freaking cool. What's this video? New PS3 technology. Oh my god. Oh, it's the freaking Detroit demo. Okay, let's check it out. It's the Detroit Become Human demo. For PlayStation 3. At the time, it would have been being developed for PlayStation 3. Interesting. Again, it's weird seeing Car being created like this, but we forget as well how like good the PS3 looked as well with some of the games. Like, you know what I mean? They look pretty fantastic.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
ID.
KPC 897504C.
Can you move your head?
It's so weird.
Your eyes now. Cervical and optical animation checked. Now give me your initialization text.
Hello. I'm a third generation mix for
She's being created?
I can look after your house, do the cooking, mind the kids. I organize your appointments. I speak 300 languages, and I am entirely at your disposal as a sexual partner.
Oh my god. No, don't think about Karen that way.
I'm equipped with a quantic battery that makes me autonomous for 173 years. Do you want to give me a name?
Yeah. From now on, your name is Kara.
There it is, Kara.
My name is Kara.
Oh, it's so weird.
Initialization and memorization.
Because she does still have the PS3 face, doesn't she?
Now, can you move your arms? Upper limb connection. Check.
Connect that upper limb.
Now say something in German.
Oh, they speak the different languages too. They must have streamlined this creation as well, right? Well, I guess it's streamlined. It's actually going pretty fast. It's funny, I never saw any of this stuff because I didn't have the internet back during the PS3. I just bought games. Oh, it's so weird.
Multilingual verbal expression checked. Go ahead, take a few steps.
Wow. Almost like enjoying the movement around here as well.
Locomotion checked. Great, you're ready for work, honey.
Honey? Don't call her honey.
What's going to happen to me now?
I'll reinitialize you and send you to a store to be sold.
Sold? I'm a sort of merchandise. Is that right?
Oh!
Yeah, of course you're merchandise, baby.
Baby!
I mean, you're a computer with arms and legs and capable of doing all sorts of things.
There are all these signs of life here.
Oh, I see. I thought...
You thought? What did you think?
I thought
No.
I was alive.
Shit, what is this crap? That's not part of the protocol. More memory components going off the
No.
rails. Okay, recording. Defective model. Disassemble and check.
No,
the
they're not going to
required
disassemble it in front of us.
Disassembling me, but why?
You're not supposed to think that sort of stuff. You're not supposed to think at all, period. You must have a defective piece or a software problem somewhere.
No, I feel perfectly
No,
fine.
my god, this is a trailer or as a demo?
Test correctly, didn't I?
Yeah, but your behavior is non-standard.
Please, I'm begging you, please don't disassemble me.
I'm sorry, honey, but defective models have to be eliminated.
The way he's calling her
That's my
honey as
job.
well, I would kill
If
him.
a client comes back
End
with
of
a
him.
complaint,
He's
I'm
dead.
gonna have some explaining
Bye bye,
to do.
dead. Dead time. They kept the heart the same, by the way. Oh my god. Showing fear as well.
I want to live. I'm begging you.
Wait, is he reassembling her? The tears as well. We know they're programmed to cry if they need for their master to want them to cry, which is also pretty crazy. And it's weird that they also had like this Kara's hair like this already.
Go and join the others.
So interesting seeing it in this phase.
Stay in line, okay? I don't want any trouble.
Thanks.
Man, you just sent a deviant into into like off to be sold right away. So they had this idea a long time ago. They had the idea for this a long, long time ago. Is there any additional information in the trailer itself? So Kara's she was playing this actor like already. She was playing this character already. Okay. Yeah, we knew. We knew it was David. There we go. Yeah, like it's always interesting seeing those things and how like things progress throughout the years. It's very clear that like people were like how do I say it? That there was like kind of like a like there was a lot of ideas that kept the same there, and there's a lot of ideas that weren't the same. A lot of ideas changed, but really, really cool stuff. Really, really cool stuff. Because again, it's haunting to see this at now. How would you guys like? For me, like when I experience stuff like this, like from the past, like I'm always just interested in how like fully formed the idea was, and it was actually pretty haunting too. Thank you so much for sending in, Dew Piker. The next video is sent in by Cosmic Catloaf. And it is the Genshin Impact second anniversary Epoch Winter Tales of Fatui. This is a fan-made video. Let's check it out. We'll turn off the subtitles because I believe it's always in English. There we go. There's Signora's flame. Look at this. Oh my god, is that Venti? Oh, yeah, and their gnosis. Because they are in the shape of a chess piece. So I didn't notice this at first, but like he has the chess pieces of the gnosis that they've taken. Oh, look at child. Oh yeah, smile at the camera there, child. There she is. Yeah, confirmed like that's what her story is, by the way. Beautiful. Holy hell. What a woman. Going to Inazuma as well. You can see Scaramouche. Scaramouche is such an interesting character. Just became probably the most interesting Fatui member for me as well. Because of defecting. Yeah, he left. This is so cool. That change in the music too? Holy hell, look at her. I remember this completely differently. I remember her just eviscerating her right away. Oh, yeah, she did. And this is him when he was probably like, hey, I can do this. I can like destroy how do I describe it? I can be as powerful as this or whatever, like, and I can destroy this for myself. And they were like, you're a freaking clown, buddy. You're a clown. And he's like, okay, I'm leaving then. That's fine. But it'll be a gesture in a different sense, you know? He was like, I could destroy the gods. I could be a god myself. I'm so interested in all these Fatui members. When I say members, by the way, I mean Harbingers. I know they're Harbingers. I just say members as a simplification. I understand that, but yeah. Oh my god, there's the other Fatui guys. Behold Rosaline. It's not merely for you. We know we know they cared for each other actually and oh my god, this is so cool. The game is just, they did say that, it's just begun. So we also learned that this character as well cares a lot about the like money and like becoming a god of money. Oh, there's Dotori. That's like, I'm sorry for pausing again, but that's such like I'm gonna skip it back just so we can get the full feeling. This it's better to reign in hell than serve in like in heaven. They don't want to be servants of their masters anymore. All of them cast aside. Look at Scaramouche. I can't wait to see him again. I cannot wait. Redemption arc. We need a redemption arc for him. If we don't get one, you know, I'll cry. They look so cool in their jackets as well. This is right after the meeting, after the funeral as well. This is fantastic. This was truly fantastic. Like, and again, another bit of knowledge about the Fatui. Like, I feel like after this video, I've learned even more than I did before about these great characters that we love now, that we will hopefully like love more and more as we're going on. And I think love in terms of like, how do I say it? Love in terms of like the actual story. We don't have to like have an affinity towards them. Yeah. Really, really beautiful music, beautiful animation. The lyrics really fit the character story too. Thank you for sending it in. That was really, really cool. The next video is sent in by Death Trap. And this is the Hoyo Fair 2023 Family Day. Let's check it out. So Hoyo Fair was a bunch of fan animated videos and creations. And it was really, really cool, the stuff we've seen so far of it. There's his dad. His dad, his papa. We saw that in the manga, how sad that was.
Are you all right?
Oh no!
Where did you come
What
from?
is this? Adorable.
This is where you must stay. You are our only hope.
It's okay, Dad. I can do
Yeah?
it. Hey. Hey.
Hi.
Are
No. Freaking babies. Do you like grape juice? Can you imagine? He's adorable.
So, where'd you come from? Want to see my pet
Oh my god, he's a pet turtle.
What?
They're so cute together. And the grapes again. Of course, grape juice. They're in a winery. Oh my god, look how close they're getting time after time. I need a moment in this game where they like hug.
Kaya, make sure you're
That's so
drinking
sweet.
water.
Oh my god, hijinks.
D-Luke, we shouldn't do this.
Kaya saying we shouldn't do this? Mr. Mischief himself?
So,
I guess things change. They're the opposite now.
Kaya, what are you doing by the
Oh, and his little outfit.
well,
What was that?
You're caught. It's over. Aw. T-Luke.
D-Luke, don't cry. You know, if we work together, we can easily breeze through this punishment.
Right,
from
so they got a
Master
punishment
Krampus.
for their what they did.
I let Father down.
Oh man, that's gonna happen. No.
Come on. No father actually hates his own children.
I won't say it, but I think some do, and they're awful.
I
Well, he thinks so.
And I'm your
Yes. Oh my god, my heart is like the Grinch. I think it's like growing.
I'm sorry. It's no problem, really, D-Luke.
Beautiful stuff. Wait.
Ah, it was in the usual place.
I know they're older. I can't. Can we go back to when they were younger?
So, you finally become a treasure hoarder.
No, be best friends again. Be best brothers.
Well, I helped with the winery's affairs and harvest today, so I'll consider this a well-deserved reward. Besides, this can also be for when I bailed you out back when we were kids.
You mean when I flew without a license?
No.
When I ruined 5 uniforms during practice back with the Knights?
No. I'm talking about when you stole the
Oh,
wine
yeah.
and then cried a whole lot.
His eyes are so beautiful.
You really do owe me a lot from our childhood.
They're such sweethearts.
Just kidding. You've been so supportive since I came to this house.
I'm gonna die. I'm gonna freaking die. I'm gonna die.
Well then, this nuisance will now take his leave.
Hug. That's your best nuisance.
You're not going to stay for
No.
dinner.
What?
Adeline's prepared some for you. And I don't think there is anyone in this house who would consider you.
Oh my god, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die.
But
Oh.
Even she's like, oh.
So my food will go to waste?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I suppose
This
once
is
in
the
a
greatest
while
day of my
it's
life.
Nice to have a meal while
It's
talking
over,
about
like, you
the
know.
old days.
Nothing's gonna top this.
D-Luke, do you remember that one time in the pond?
It's beautiful animation as well.
It's not like I'd remember such a long time ago.
Is that so? well, I remember. Because I...
Don't forget you're my brother. I'm your brother. Can I say as well, like that just gave me life for the next couple of weeks. I'm not gonna even like. If anyone tries to upset me, I'm not even gonna remember it. It's not even gonna happen at all. You're done. You're absolutely done. It's never gonna hurt me again. Nothing can hurt me. You can never hurt me after that. It's just a beautiful story. It's just an absolutely beautiful story, and everything, even the most basic first time story in this game between the two of those characters, so beautiful. I'm so glad I read the manga and explored more of it as well. It's so cool. Thank you so much for sending that in. Thank you so much for sending that in, Death Trap. That was so great. The next video is sent in by my mind is fried by how beautiful that was. It's so beautiful. But the next video is sent in by Redacted, and it is an Undertale x Danganronpa, but the wheel decides their fate is what it's called. Let's check it out. Man, I can't wait for Deltarune Chapter 2. Oh, well, Chapter 3. I kind of want them all to release in chapters, but I think they're releasing them all in one big game, which is going to take a while, but hey. Some great drawings here as well. Some really cool stuff here. Yeah, it's like really dynamic as well, like how they're using like their own art style, and like with like the colors as well are really beautiful too. Especially with the oh my god, I should have been. Here's the thing. Here's me going. Yeah, it's pretty dynamic, pretty beautiful, and then it's like, yeah, but also, freaking murder. It's just, like, look at this. Like, can I be like 100% honest? For some reason, I didn't pick up on this the first time when I watched it. I was just like, okay, what's this? And then I was like, oh, that's Undyne. Holy hell. Can you imagine like an Undertale Danganronpa game? That'd be insane. With this shirt. 10 flakes? That's so bad. No, this is so bad. No. No, they did not do a witch's death for her. Again, this is exactly what Danganronpa would do if they crossed over them, for sure. I should have killed all of you. Oh my god, well that's genocide route then for sure. Could have been me hidden. Oh my god. This is like so creative as well though, isn't it? It's so creative. You're the antagonist? Yeah, again, like this is like, it's so hard to watch, but at the same time it's like you can't look away. They did such a good job with this. Oh, Naps, look, leave him alone. Great drawing of Flowey. Fantastic drawing of Flowey. In fact, all the artwork here is really good. Really, really cool stuff. Really cool stuff. Still like in love with Danganronpa. We're gonna be playing Raincoat very soon. At least that's my idea. We're gonna be playing Raincoat very soon. You know, things can always become spanners in the works sometimes when it comes to that stuff. But the next video is sent in by Umiko, and it is Salt and Pepper, and it's a Danganronpa V3 video. Let's go.
I want to tell you one story.
Oh, God.
This was the best meal I've ever had in my life, all right? This happened when I was 11 years old.
It's just so weird seeing Kikichi like this.
Illinois, where I grew up. And it took place at a little restaurant called the Salt and Pepper Diner, which was a family
the diner from the second game?
in the city. Yes, you know the Salt and Pepper Diner? It's a wonderful family restaurant in Chicago, which means that it caters mainly to teenagers and homeless schizophrenics. Now, I go into this place one day when I'm 11 with my best friend, John. And I should say that his name is also John. I'm not calling myself my own best friend. It's a separate human
I mean, I would do that.
We walk into the Salt and Pepper Diner one day, and they had a jukebox there, all right? And the jukebox was 3 plays for $1. So we put in $7 and selected 21 plays of Tom Jones's What's New
Go
Pussycat.
on.
And then we ordered and waited. Here's the thing about when What's New Pussycat plays over and over
It's a good song,
and
but
over and over again. The second time it plays, your immediate thought is not, hey, someone's playing What's New Pussycat again. It's, hey, What's New Pussycat is a lot longer than I first thought. And it has like a dip in the middle. You know how some songs have a dip, like Guns N' Roses' November Rain? You're like, hey, November Rain's over. No, it's not. There's more. The third time it plays, you're thinking maybe someone's playing What's New Pussycat again. The fourth time it plays, you're thinking, what? Someone just played What's New Pussycat 4 times, or at least someone played it twice. And it's a really long song. So, the 5th time is the kicker. Now, we're watching the entire diner at this point. Most people have gotten wind as to what's going on. And we're staring at this one guy, and he's sitting in his booth, and his hand is shaking while his stupid kids jump around, and he's been onto us since the beginning. And he's staring at his coffee cup like this, and he has this look on his face like he just got his 30-day check from anger management.
Oh, God.
And he's staring like this, and the 4th play fades out. It's dead quiet. And then, I don't know if you know this, but the song begins very subtly. Blah, blah, What's New Pussycat? And the guy goes, God damn it! And pounds on the table, and silverware flies everywhere, and it was fantastic. But a word about my friend John and what a genius he was. Because when we were first up at the jukebox and we were punching in the What's New Pussycats, all right? I'd punched in about 7. And then John says to me, hey, wait. Before we drop in another What's New Pussycat, let's put in 1. It's not unusual. And that is when the afternoon went from good to great. After
giving people a bit of relief.
What's New Pussycats in a row. Suddenly, no, it's not unusual, and the sigh of relief has swept through the diner. People were ecstatic. It was like the liberation of France. You know, for years, scientists have wondered, can you make grown men and women weep tears of joy by playing Tom Jones's It's Not Unusual? And the answer is yes, you can. As long as it is preceded by 7 What's New Pussycats. And on the other hand, when we went
Oh
back,
no. Oh no.
holy shit. It's Not Unusual fades out.
No.
It's dead quiet. What's New Pussycat? People went fucking insane. No one could handle it. No one could handle it. And they were surrounded by this seemingly indifferent staff, you know, that was just yep, same shit as always. My only wish is that one of the schizophrenics had stood up and been like, now you know. Now you know what it's like to live in my brain. They unplugged the jukebox, after 11
No.
plays. And that was the best meal I've
Of course,
ever had.
like, would you not just like give up on that stuff? Like, I would definitely like be like, okay, we gotta like I would kick them out after like the first two. That's pretty funny. That was a good laugh. Thank you so much for that, Emiko. That was a really funny laugh. And the last video we're sending in today, that was sent today, is from Arcadia Pride and apparently Anusta as well. This is a video made by Arcadia Pride, and it is with Arcadia. They make videos that are usually with music and battle tracks and things like this, and sometimes they use my videos in this too. Now, the interesting thing about this is this video already getting views. It's already getting views. And that's good. That's really good. I'll put a like on it as well. Arcadia, I wanted to say something to you. This video was recommended to me before you even sent it in. I didn't click on it because I knew you were going to send it in, but you know what I mean? I just want to let you know that's what happened. Let's watch it. Coming up next after this, actually, I'm going to be watching the Nintendo Direct like directly after this. So I'm pretty excited. Full day reaction videos. Such a big moment. This is one of the greatest moments in the game. Like, and so many moments for Inazuma, like you know, and a lot of people may disagree with like the contents of the story, but the moment to moment stuff is incredible. It's absolutely incredible. Look at this. Oh, the music. Step on us. Holy hell, like, the music of this game is superb. And there's like different emotions that I usually feel when Arcadia sends these videos in, because you don't have the dialogue or the kind of sound effects. You listen to the music and how it intertwines with like the actual combat. It's really cool. You're the furthest from eternity, exceptional. Such a cool battle. And the music beating up here as well, like a heartbeat. It's really cool stuff. And sometimes I'm just like taking it all in as well, like with the music. Like, it's the type of video that you put on and like, you know, you lose time in, you know what I mean? You lose yourself in it. So good. Wait, this is my team. I was like, wait a second. Where's your skills gone, Arcadia? I was like, why aren't you as good as before? I was like, you know what? I was like, Arcadia, not doing as good as you used to in these videos. Arcadia doing some weird stuff. It's me. But actually, without my commentary, it kind of seems like sometimes I know what I'm doing, right? Really cool. Holy hell, look at this. Oh, this is such a sweet moment, by the way. Paimon trying to wake us up. Every time I watch it back, I nearly cry. Her little paws on us, look at it. So sick. That music beat as well. Sees him. Holy hell, look at that. And we have Signora as well. Paimon hand on the hips will never not be funny. Oh my god. Did you time that on purpose, Arcadia? Did you time that with her feet coming down like that? Watch. On the steps? Because that's sick. Don't think I ever talked about how like freaking like beautiful design of Signora is as well. So sick. The enemy of eternity, yeah. Look how freaking cool the music is though as well. There's like this kind of like I don't know how you describe it. It's like it's a lull that you can feel something is about to happen. This scene was incredible too. It's almost like a unsettling heartbeat, right? So cool. Like again, like the music is making this even more like tense as well. Like tense in a different way, I should say though as well. Like, because I feel like what's happening is that like it's again once again isolating just the emotions of this music, right? So sick. Oh, this moment still scares me so much. I have nightmares about this. Incredible moment. Incredible. So sick. The timing in this is great, Arcadia. Whoever's video you got this from sucks it. Awful Let's Player. And drags in like this as well. Again, these videos are mesmerizing, guys. It's so good. Amigo. Yaimiko could literally ask me to run right into a wall at full speed for the second time in my life, and I would do it. So sick with this build up as well. Here we go. Look at this. I want to say that this gameplay is not me, it's Arcadia. If it's bad. If it's good, it's me. Oh my god. Like again, like it's impeccable timing with this video. Like, this is making me move. I'm dancing. I'm definitely dancing. Yeah, this could be me. I'd never lament. Doesn't sound like me, does it? Oh my god, the music. Man, too much lamenting, Arcadia. You gotta stop on this lamenting, okay? Stop with the lamenting. You know? For anyone who doesn't get the joke, this definitely is me. so freaking good. This boss battle was insane, by the way. And like looking back now, when you look at my own gameplay from the outside, like it's like, and here's the thing, I don't think I did bad at all. I was just joking about me, you know, whatever. Like seeing this like accompanied with the music is always like it's almost like an outer body experience, if that makes sense. Like you're looking at yourself, but also like experiencing this like beautiful music at the background. It's really freaking sick. Sick as well. This part of the song is so sick. And then of course like the video is gonna end up me lamented. Really neat stuff. Unbelievably neat stuff. Like I'm always trying to avoid like getting the recommended videos just so like yeah, but Arcadia, that's so cool. Like, and like, I really do think that like it's cool that you're making a go of this as well. Like, maybe you're not making a go of it like in the way that like other people might, but I do think that it's really, really smart to what you're doing with this stuff anyway. I do want to say, a big thank you to all my patrons, but all the people who sent in videos today, and thank you for Arcadia for sending in. Thank you for everyone for helping me learn some more stuff today. And I will also say that. Thank you to the Can Never Pay the Baby Gangsta tier on Patreon, Ty Fire 2, Jamie Bull, Jana the Banana, and the Ghost of Inazuma, Felicious Felix, George Candelaria, Eskun, Yuld, Radish, Fruity, Anusta, Waterbed, Malcolm Conde, and V Mika. And I'll see you guys very soon. I'm going to be going to do the reaction to the Nintendo Direct right now. Hopefully I haven't missed anything or I'll get spoiled by anything. See you guys.
Ja.